iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. Just a note, Junior Kanye is not here. He lost his grandmother.
Yeah.
Apologies, guys. While he gives himself some time to, be with the family. But Mamelodi Sundowns 2 goals from Lorch, and Maritzburg United 0. Mr. Nkewu, what did you make of the game, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much, Shasta. Condolences to the Kanye family as well. Yeah, it was a professional performance by Sundowns. Professional performance. It was a very difficult game for us as spectators. Because silinde i-hour yonke silinde ukuba kuthi yadudume Pitori, and we had to wait. And I actually thought the Sundowns fans were so brave because they stood there without any protection, and they stood there for the whole hour singing for their club until the match was restarted after 1 hour later. I thought it was a professional performance for Sundowns. They played in a way that showed that they are a big team. Maritzburg United, sometimes these teams decide, Uguti, here we know we're going to lose. It's just a matter of let's not go out there and embarrass ourselves. And I think that that's what Maritzburg United did. They made themselves difficult enough to not get an embarrassing scoreline. But I said to Tso as we were watching this game, Uguti, I don't think that Maritzburg United will score a goal, and I don't think that they think they can score a goal. So it's just a matter of let's just be in the game. If anything happens, maybe someone can make a mistake in a tackle and they could get a red card, the Sundowns, and maybe with 10 versus 11, maybe we might get something from the game. But in Maritzburg United can't plan buying anything from this game. They were just planning not to lose by 5 or 6. So you have games like that in football where the team understands we're not better than Sundowns. Of course they're not. So we're just gonna come here, make ourselves difficult. And then the goal was scored late in the second half. And then the second goal was also scored late in the second half. So it shows 74 minutes and then 90 minutes. It shows Maritzburg United were there just to make themselves difficult, which is very strange, but you can kind of understand it. It's strange because there's always an opportunity for you to do something in a football match. You can shock Sundowns by just going all out at the beginning and maybe get a goal and then you close out the game. But if you don't have a plan to score, then you're just waiting there. It's just a matter of time before Sundowns score. So I thought that was maybe kind of disappointing. But we woke up this morning thinking that Maritzburg United is going to lose against Sundowns. Everyone in the country thought that, except for the owners of Maritzburg United. They thought Sundowns was going to beat Maritzburg United, and that's exactly what happened. So whatever tactics they employed, all roads were leading to them losing to Sundowns anyway. So decent game of football for Sundowns, professional performance, but a very difficult game to watch because there were so many stops and starts. The referee, the Thunder, 1 hour that we lost in the game. But ultimately, we've got over the last 16. We now look on to the quarterfinals for all these teams.
Just a quick one. Looking at Lorch, scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
He's probably man of the match. Yeah, like I thought. You know what I mean? Do you think that he feels a little bit of some pressure to score?
That's a good question, Justa, because I think Lorch, he understands Uguti, they bought him from a Pirates. So the price tag is weighing heavy on him. And if you look at his overall game, there is a part of him of wanting to justify the price tag with Lorch. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just comes with the territory of being a big signing from Orlando Pirates to Sundowns. So yesterday, Saleng scored a goal for Pirates, and then in the derby scored 2 goals from Pirates. And I was looking at the social media engagement from people, and they were saying maybe Lorch was a problem with Pirates, he was holding us back. And now today he has to answer that. People were saying he's holding us back, and he has to answer that. And the other thing is that Sundowns is a very competitive squad. There's so many talented attacking players. So every time he goes out there to play for Mamelodi Sundowns, he's living on borrowed time. Like everyone. Userenyo had a phase where maybe for 6 or 8 months he wasn't playing for his Sundowns. Yeah. And when you get an opportunity to play again, then you have to raise your hand. So Lorch knows, Uguti, if I don't perform, I may not play in the next game or the next game or the next game. There's one thing that I need to talk about with regards to him, which is a question I asked Utso as well. There's this thing of Sundowns' style of play. And then there's an individual player's style of play. Sometimes those two things are incompatible. Ulosho nendlela adlala ngayo ebonakalisayo ba usuka ku-Orlando Pirates receive ibhola ungxamele ukuya phambili. Mamelodi Sundowns, sometimes they are very patient. You receive the ball, you lift your head, you pass it to someone else, you go to space. You don't at Sundowns, they don't cross the ball. Just like at Manchester City, they don't cross the ball. There is no need to cross the ball. So Lorch, maybe it might take him 2 months, it might take him 3 months. He's gonna have to get used to the idea that at Sundowns, receive the ball, pass the ball, move. Receive the ball, pass the ball, move. You don't have to cross the ball because they don't have players. There's nothing in their play that says you must cross the ball. It's the same with a player called Divine Lunga on the left-hand side. He's running too far on the byline and he doesn't know what to do with the ball because there's no one waiting for a cross. You can cut it back on the D-line and then maybe someone can finish, and they did have those kind of moments. Lorch does not have to rush when he has the ball. Receive the ball, lift your head up, pass the ball, and you move. And all of a sudden, you do that enough times, you have a tap in simply. There go Mamelodi Sundowns. So that's the way that they play, and Lorch is going to, maybe it might take him time to get to the speed of things. Now, this is a thing that's interesting in South African football, is that I'm saying that, but then he scored a goal, and they gave him man of the match. He scored 2 goals. But if those coaches, they're very bright and they're very smart, they will analyze his play and they will know that the way that he plays so far, he's a great player, make no mistake, but the way that he plays so far, is still in the mindset that is still at Orlando Pirates, and he's not at Orlando Pirates. Pirates and Sundowns don't play the same kind of football. When you're an attacker at Mamelodi Sundowns, forget about going wide. You can run to the wide areas, but that's usually reserved for their wing backs. You have to tuck in inside, and when you receive the ball, you don't have to always be running with the ball. You just receive the ball, lift your head, pass and move, and all of a sudden you have a tap in somewhere because everyone else is going to be doing the same thing. However, it's a good thing, a good confidence booster for him that he scored 2 goals tonight, and he will be looking. And he got the man of the match as well, and he's going back to the headlines as well, because Lorch at Orlando Pirates, every time he did something, he scored, they gave him man of the match, they voted for him in the Culling Black Label. Even if he doesn't do anything, he gets man of the match, he gets into the headlines as well. So that's one way of going back to the headlines, getting a man of the match, scoring 2 goals for Mamelodi Sundowns.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to Lorch for becoming man of the match. Well done to Mamelodi Sundowns for going on to the next round. It is what it is. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Thank you so much for watching us.